the truth.
That's my job right there. Hey, everybody. You'd be surprised. I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to make up the date. No, we don't have to do that. The government does that for us. Hold on. Let's see what the government says. Oh, it's February 2nd. It's a Monday, 2026. Well, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show. January came and went. Seems like January, I just kind of laid around most of the month. I don't feel real good about that, but it started on January 1st, and I decided to lay around for an entire month of my life. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of crazy stuff. Good to see everybody out there. Hopefully everybody's chatting it up already. Good to see you, Edward. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Now, yeah, like I said, at the beginning of this year, I decided I was just going to take the month of January and lay around and sleep barely at night. Yeah, it's funny stuff. You know what? That's one thing I wonder, like, you know, like it's interesting when you think about sleep. We sleep, like when I was in ICU and all that, I was sleeping maybe an hour at a time. They were coming in every hour, just bam, 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 all the time. And it's kind of funny how you can do without sleep, but then like make it up or get some good night's sleep in a row, and then your mind will reset itself. You don't have to like make up for the hours you lost, so to speak. But I don't know. It's sleep is a wonderful thing. I think it's something that we really don't look at good enough. Now, there are different variations of sleep, and those sleeps can be, you know, hey, I'm going to go sleep for a little bit. I'm going to take a nap. And then there's some people who just can sleep the entire day away, which I have no idea how you could do that. I don't understand that. Like I get up, I'm pretty much a regular getter-upper. But, man, I've seen people sleep in until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the regular, and that went to bed at like 10 p.m. I'm like, how did you just sleep 15 hours? I don't understand that. That is not sleep. That's some choices, I think, if at the end of the day. But what do I know, right? Yeah. All right. Get everybody going here. Bob Bador is here as well. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And just trying to get all the comments caught up on here. Now, remember, guys, we are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on Rumble. We are on YouTube. YouTube is we're doing that thing now. So we're going to figure out how long that will last before I get kicked off of that somehow, some way, magically. Drinking the old coffee today. Got the dark roast going. Anyway, now, let's get on to the day's events of things, right? Now, this weekend, we've had a new staple of Epstein Island emails go out and other documentation, some videos, some other interviews. The Steve Bannon video where Steve Bannon is saying, hey, I'm not going to be on this audio. It's just going to be you talking. This is all about you. And I've actually spent quite a bit of time already looking through. Brenda, good to see you. I'm up around 5 a.m., she says. Well, yeah, absolutely, Brenda. I'm more of a 6:30-ish kind of dude. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm pretty, yeah. Yeah, 5:30. Kind of 5:30 has been kind of getting in my, so I'll go take a leak. I'll go back and give it another, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and then I'll get up after that. But yeah, I am kind of been getting into that point of 5 o'clock. But I'm also really tired by the time 9 o'clock rolls around. So that's I don't know if that, I wouldn't say if that's a everyday thing or it's just been a new thing since the injuries. I can't say. It's been like this for the last 10 years or so. Just kind of getting up before the sun comes up, just kind of a regular thing. And that's kind of how it works for me. But anyway, over the weekend, we had this tranche of emails go out. Oh, look at that. I've gained 3 followers on Twitter. It sure is magical when Twitter just gets out of my way and they don't keep taking away followers I have that I gain each day. But anyway, what do I know? Oh, by the way, if you go back, let me point out something. Let me show you guys something here real quick. Let me get this up here. I want to show you guys something real quick. Now, this is my Twitter. This is my Twitter notification feed. And if you want to see right here, now you see where I have actually liked Donald Trump's posts here. Okay, I liked these originally, and I reposted them. See the green where it says 21,000 reposted from, this was from 2013. How amazing. The state of health director who verified copies of Obama's birth certificate died in a plane crash today. All others lived. Then the one below it, this is from October 8th of 2012. Got to do something about these missing children grabbed up by perverts. Too many incidents. Fast-track death penalty. I liked it originally when I reposted this. I reposted this a couple days ago, but it takes away the like on it. Right here. Here's another one. Let me show you right here. Look, see, it says you reposted right here, guys. See where it shows like this is the one right here. See how it comes up with the counter because I got my cursor over the top of it. See how I re-liked it? It's because 50,000 reposts. I mean, re-liked it, but reposted it. See, the like is gone. Going back to the old Twitter, see, they say Twitter's been revamped, Twitter's been redone. Now, look, I'll go ahead and I'll like it. Boom. There's the heart for it, right? But again, this is what happened. Again, look, here's another one. Donald Trump reposted this one from November 14th. He reposted on November 16th, and I reposted both of them. Again, look, the heart is gone. I'm telling you guys, I don't think Twitter... Hey, Maggie, good to see you. So again, this is where I'm just showing you guys, this is my notification page, and anything that I have, look, right here, there's another Donald Trump. Here's two Donald Trumps. It took away the heart that I liked it, took away both of those. So when you go away from it and you come back, it will show that the heart is gone. The likes have gone away. So guys, this is we all want to say Twitter's all good and this and that, but Elon Musk... Listen to me, guys. Elon Musk is on the Epstein files, and there's a lot of his emails getting released. Emails talking about, hey, any space for me on the helicopter? I'll be bringing my helicopter in. I'll be bringing so and so. So I don't know what all that means in reality. If that's actually if that's going to change. Or if he's got a better explanation, but the problem with that is that right now Elon Musk has got himself a real problem. Kevin says Elon Musk wouldn't do that. Are you talking about the hearts on Twitter, or are you talking about the Epstein Island trips on the emails? Yeah. This is how I know. This is how I knew so long ago that Reid Hoffman went to Epstein's Island. Epstein used Reid being there to try to get me to go, not realizing that it would have the opposite effect. Well, according to what I have seen, it's been the opposite of what you just said, Elon, but I don't know. See, my problem is that there's a lot of this is that there's people, listen just a second. I have gone out of my way to listen and see different videos and different scrapes of the different things from, and I will tell you, there are people. I think I do try to. I like Trump. I like being a Republican. I like the conservative notion of things. But I don't go out of my way to talk about anything other than what I have seen in observation about others. I think if I'm going to be critical of myself here, I would say that I go into a lot of this with Elon or Uncle Bill or Uncle Joe or Aunt Hillary or any of these other ones, or Kamala, whatever it is. And I will say that I try to just talk about their own stupidity, their own dumb things that they say out in public. I don't go out of my way to like, Hillary, she's so ugly. She, I got to put a bag on her face, and put 2 stakes around her neck so the dogs will play with her. That's not what I'm not doing all that, but I do try to keep it on their actions. But when I have seen the people that I have come across that their posts, and I must have got on a full... I must have got on a full liberal bent today somehow and got onto something. I don't know what I was doing, but the idea that these people are they're pissed. They're pissed that they can't show you Trump's pecker. They're pissed that they can't show you where Trump. I mean, and I'm not saying that to be, poke fun at them or be lighthearted about it. I'm saying that, like, they're mad. Like, they're all like, oh, see, I told you Trump's in there 1,000 times. Well, a lot of it has to do with Epstein really saying that he's going to kill Trump. And Mossad is going to be involved, and some others are going to be involved in the conspiracy to kill Trump. So now I will just go out on a limb, and I'm going to tell you right now. Oh, by the way, the first time I heard Epstein's voice, I think, was either today or yesterday. And I really thought it was going to be a little like, yeah, my name is Jeff Epstein. You know, I don't know. I guess I thought he'd have some bass in there. Well, that's not the case. He talks like he's a little effeminate. He's like, oh, well, you know. Now, this is the Jim Price observation. This is my 2 cents worth, and I think you guys paid me at least 5 cents, so I can give you my 2 cents worth 2.5 times. I believe that they have been working on the spiritual summoning, conjuring, witchcraft, voodoo, whatever, numerology, Aleister Crowley, Monroe Institute. Guys, they were using at all of their reach to different. Now, I'm going to go with what Epstein was doing. Epstein was a bit of a math guy already himself. And I think he found out that there are ways to sit there and use math as predictors and math to be able to, work things out, right? What a web they have wove, more uncovering coming. Oh, absolutely, Brenda, absolutely. Maggie, they're not liberals anymore. They're leftists. They're not Democrats anymore. They're the Marxist communists. Oh, absolutely. You're very right on that, Maggie. Good observation on that. So, warm greetings over on YouTube. We got them over on Rumble. Good stuff, guys, over there. Thank you for doing that. And so, anyway, going back, I think that okay, listen. Q was a reverse psyop. Reddit is a reverse psyop, psychological operation. Q was a psyop to see who would be opposed and would be their opponent. Reddit was to see who they could manipulate and keep on their side. Epstein is his lane. Now, there is a quantum computer that I have referred to on this show. I've referred to it quite a bit. I've referred to it all over and over again several times. That has the ability to do things that we couldn't not even begin, like our little AI bot things we think we have here, where it's all like, oh, yeah, that's an AI. Oh, it's so powerful. No, the quantum computer that they have already developed and they already have, which has no moving parts. By the way, listen to me. If you guys don't understand what the word quantum or what they mean by those kind of things, that there are no ones and zeros and there's no moving parts. It's literally theoretical in its existence, and the idea that you can't touch it. You can't touch it. It's not what you think. And this is the kind of math that people get into, and then they start realizing that there are other things in math that has to do with our existence and reality. So I do believe that Mossad, 100%, Israel, the country. Now, I am not affecting I'm not going after the Jewish lineage of DNA. I'm not going after the Jewish religion, okay? That's not what I said. Now, those topics are for another day, and we can burn those crosses or burn that building down when we're ready. But as of right now, I'm talking about Israel, the country. It's just a goddamn country, so don't make it something it ain't. And Mossad, the intelligence agency within the country. Again, it's a country. It's a location on earth. It is not a religion. It is not something for you to throw yourself on the sword for. You're not to self-sacrifice for Israel. And this is the other part I don't understand is that when they talk about, acting like somebody was what they were referring to as acting with dignity and honor and having that ability to stand in their own ethics. That's what they meant by stand with Israel. It had nothing to do with the country. By the way, listen, Israel wasn't a goddamn country back then when they were writing the Bible. So let's stop saying the word Israel like it's been something for 4,000 years. It has not been that way. Go back to your Old Testament. See, the problem is that when we really get down into this, we're really kind of getting ourselves in trouble because we don't understand the real history of what it was. And by the way, it was actually more in Persia, not in Israel. And by the way, if we know that Jesus was in Egypt, then he wasn't in Israel, right? Right? No Israel. We're going Egypt. So let's slow that conversation down. But let's go back to it. Epstein was an agent. Ghislaine was an agent. Does that mean they worked directly for the CIA in the Americas? Does that mean that he worked directly for Mossad in Israel? Does it mean like he's on the payroll? No. He was a contractor. So as an agent of Mossad and the CIA, he was given access, intelligence, money, limitless amounts. By the way, guys, that none of that money was ever his. It was always meant to prop him up so that he could access people that had money. And so that's what was happening. Now, I'm using broad strokes here. I'm giving you guys a lot of information that sounds a little weird, a little off, or whatever, or it lines up with you. I don't know. So Netanyahu, the warmonger, he's not for Israel. Absolutely, Maggie, you're right. Exactly, he was a contractor. So when you are an agent, you're not an officer of the CIA. See, when you are a police officer or you're a sheriff's officer, you're a CIA officer, you work directly and get your paycheck from the government. They were working as agents, freelance, able to go out and access and do what they wanted, but they were doing transhumanism, meaning that they were putting computers into people and people into computers. They were doing the genital mutilation surgeries, doing transgender mutilations on the island. This is not something that's been new. This has been going on for 20, 30, 50, 60, 70, 100 years. Why do you think Hillary Clinton wanted to get to Nimrod? Why do you think that was so important? Why do you think that we ever went into the Gulf War? Why do you think that ever happened? So, guys, I do think, listen to me. I don't think there was an appetite for Epstein's Island. It was kind of a thing. It was something you would talk about, the pedos, the pedos. But I am telling you right now, listen to me, and I'm 100% on this one. Every bit of this from Pam Bondi's release of the first tranche of little, 3-ring binder. Oh, we have the Epstein file thing here. I think every bit of that was purposeful. I think every bit of it was purposeful. I do believe the military is in charge. I do believe the military has been using this as a way to try to save the people from themselves. And I do believe they let Jeffrey Epstein have certain things, certain access to certain things, including that quantum computer. And I believe that Reddit and Q were both created by Ghislaine and by Epstein, but they didn't do it themselves. But they were allowed to be the orchestrator. They were allowed to be the ones. They were allowed to be the ones that had that access. And so what did they do? They went in and they asked the quantum computer a very simple things about the fall of the cabal, what it would mean and what it would be like. Yes, I think that absolutely they were telling on themselves only because you guys didn't think it was that serious. Now, guys, we are almost 10 years, 9 years since we all saw the fall of the cabal back in 2017. The fall of 2017, I saw the fall of the cabal, and I will tell you, and I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Kevin Stevens or if it was somebody else, or I don't know who I was, but I did ask somebody about Q. Back in 2017, they were a friend of mine on Facebook, and it came across my Facebook feed. And it wasn't a Q thing with a YouTube video thing and all that. It was something else. And I asked them a question about that, and they sent me the link to the YouTube where I started watching the fall of the cabal. And I spent my extra time, and that's back when binge watching and things like that on YouTube and everything, it wasn't really a thing. People forgot that Epstein had a ranch in New Mexico or Arizona. I forgot which. It's in New Mexico. It's coming out. That's coming out now. And then we'll talk about the baby factory that he had there. So, yeah. But the fall of the cabal, the whole thing of that is I do believe that a lot of that information was released out there. And I don't, I know the lady that was doing the narration for that was executed about a year and a half ago, if I remember right. But guys, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, guys, we have these answers. They have told us what they're doing, and yet we're still sitting around going, well, I sure hope that they find justice. I sure hope. Big thumbs up. This is your moment, your big thumbs up. By the way, are you supposed to curl your thumb back, or is it supposed to be straight, or anyway, I don't know. The idea that we have really just I think the psyop of it is that it allowed us all to just go back to sleep. A lot of us woke up and got active and got engaged, but a lot of people took it as, well, it looks like everybody got it handled. Yeah, hey, yeah, cool. I'm going to go do some other shit. I don't care about this whole thing. You guys go do the fall of the cabal stuff. See, my point is that we've all wondered if it was a psyop, if it was something that it was. And here's the thing. It was the truth, but it was meant to identify those that will be those on the left or right of the subject. And the sad part of it is that really Republicans or Democrats or Republicans and conservatives don't really put their, they don't put their blue hair on, right? But the other side, the Reddit crowd, the groypers, the tops, the bottoms, the bops, all these other things, man, they love to self-identify. They love to put their freak flag out there. Brenda says that was 12 years ago, and I started watching about the fall of the cabal. Has it been 12 years? I thought it came out in 17. Maybe I'm off a little bit on that. But my point of this is that, guys, we have the truth, we have the evil, but do we have the guts to do it? Because here's the problem. I really wonder. I wonder if Prince, Michael Jackson, Diana, Princess Diana. Well, I guess she was a princess because she wasn't made queen. All these different actors and stuff that have all kind of took this early demise. Paul Walker, people like that. He was another person that was huge on child trafficking. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but maybe they were. And then there was other people that said he was a child trafficker. So the problem is that they do both stories just to keep everybody, give them something all to chew on and keep them all from actually reacting or acting. Hey, Curly May, thank you for that. She goes, Jim, I hope you're feeling much better. Well, I'm not feeling as good as I want to. How about that? I've had to figure out how to sit in my chair and not do extra because even today I was trying to do a few things in the garage, kind of get things straightened up, clean up some things, put some things away, kind of organize, and I could only go for about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and I had to go sit down and just kind of let my back, I would have this amazing cramping. So I am not healed by any stretch of the imagination. I am not. I am still got a long way to go, but I am also very hard on myself to say, I want to be healed. I want to get going. I want to get this going. But I definitely know that when I walked around on the ice and the snow these last week or so here in Wichita, we've actually had since we had that big snowmageddon week or so, or week before last, we still have all that snow on the driveways and different areas. So I've been very, very cautious not to slip and fall because, of the situation. But anyway, let's get back to the news of the day. I do appreciate your looking out for me, Curly. Understand, trust me, I'm needing back surgery. But I'm gonna tell you what, Curly May, I will tell you right now, unless there is, I'd rather tell you to get on my lion's mane and start taking cayenne pepper, get your salt up, and do a huge parasite cleanse for the rest of your life. Never stop taking parasitic cleansing materials, meaning ivermectin, wormwood, and black walnut husk, taking at least those 3 and pumpkin seeds every day. That's what I would do before I would do any back surgery whatsoever. Any knee replacements, hip replacements, whatever it is, cartilage-related back injury stuff. I know it's big. Hey, guys, I've dealt with my back my entire life. And I will tell you that it's been big, big, big for me to push all this other stuff. And I've found myself my back problems have gone away for the most part. I really have not had them. I have found some trauma things I need to take care of, but anyway, other than that, it's been a big, big thing. Disc closing, nerves getting wounded around. Yeah, and that's what I would tell you, Curly May. Salt, cayenne pepper, lion's mane, my lion's mane from Silly Gnome, and get yourself on a parasite cleanse and get on that right away. And I would tell you that you would probably see a big difference on that. So anyway, I need to find those things. Wow, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I need to find those things. I just found out I have breast cancer in meeting with the oncologist Friday. Maggie, I would tell you right now, 1,000,000,000% up your salt, get on cayenne pepper, and get on ivermectin and fenbendazole right away. Do not let them biopsy your breast. Do not let them do a smashy mammogram thingy on your breast. And I would also tell you to get some DMSO from DMSO Direct, and start using that material on the outside of the breast, but also taking those other things right away. All that is stored energy and what we consider to be parasites with abnormal cells around it. So please do not get your breast tissue biopsied or get it cut open or get any type of cancer treatments. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I don't care if I had all over body cancer. I'm not doing chemo. I will do ivermectin. I will do fenbendazole. I will do wormwood. I will do black walnut husk and pumpkin seeds. That's what I would do every single day of my life, and I would never, ever look back. And also, these. RNC Nutrition, RNC Richardson Nutrition Center. Go there, use promo code PRICE, and you can get a discount on these. These are apricot seeds, and these have B17, and these are also, because of the bitterness inside of there, they push the heat of the body out. So, all right, anyway. Okay, I'll have to find fenbendezinol. I can send you a link to fenbendezinol if you'd like, Maggie. So just let me know. But yeah, fenbendezinol, you can find it in dog dewormer. It's fenbendezinol is in there. But guys, there are people all across this world giving huge testimonies about ivermectin and fenbendezinol and what they do for you. But please do not let them open up any wounds or anything, any type of, don't let them biopsy any of that stuff. You can get rid of that all on your own. Guys, my lymph nodes underneath my armpit and up in my jaw area, I wanted to give an update on that. Do a little health kick here while we're talking about the Epstein Islands. Today was the first day that I couldn't find my lymph node on my left side. And I will tell you guys, I can still feel this one over here. I mean, it's about the size of a grape. It used to be the size of a golf ball. I used to have golf ball size lymph nodes on both sides. I used to have them all down, all these lymph nodes down underneath my arms on both sides. And I will tell you guys right now, by the way, Maggie and Curly, Lugol's iodine. Anyway, I take Lugol's iodine, put it on my armpit. I take some DMSO and put that in there. And I will tell you right now that when I do that, that is what's been able to get those lymph nodes to actually go down, and you can't even notice them anymore. I have one lymph node over here. Where's it at? I don't know if I can find it anymore. Holy crap, did that one go away too? What? Okay, I still have the one. There's still the one over here I can feel. But I don't have, my lymph nodes are not, I can feel the tubes from the lymph nodes, but I will tell you right now, I cannot, there's nothing here. But anyway, here's a bottle of fenbendezinol. If you guys are wanting a link for this, I can send that to you, and you can just take capsules. You don't have to take the powder or do any of that stuff. But I will tell you, every once in a while, Maggie says, my lymph nodes on my left side pops out every now and again. Well, that's because it's clogged. It's got too much junk. So iodine, Lugol's iodine directly over it, and then take DMSO and just rub that right over the top of it. That DMSO will go in there and break all that up and get that gunk out of your body. I promise you, sweetheart. Please, 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 please. Listen. So, also update on the fall. 1 week later, nearly no bruises around my eye, butt, or arm. Vision 20/20. Grateful for peroxide, sterile eye drops, Jim Price, and iodine. So Ed fell last week. Remember we talked about that. He had fallen and he had a bruise around his eye because he just, he's a champ. He just takes it on. Come on, man. So anyway, he said that's what he's talking about. He's like he doesn't have that. So. Anyway, so great. Thank you, Jim. So says Maggie, absolutely. Now let's get back to what all this is. I'm trying to pull back all of this conversation over the last 8, 10, 12, 29, 100 years, whatever it is, our entire existence. Guys, somewhere around 70 years ago, 80 years ago, there were people that grew up and really felt like they were untouchable. And a lot of the politics and a lot of these creepy people that were willing to go to places that other people weren't. I mean, these people were willing to go to, the ends of the world to create a war to go try to find Nimrod's tomb, right? Which they did find it, by the way. So all the stuff that we think about in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Temple of Doom, and all that stuff, that's all real. And I do think that part of what the Germans were doing they were out looking for certain things for the Rothschilds, for the world, the world money people, the Bilderbergs, the people that went to Jekyll Island. The J.P. Morgans of the world. I think that they were paying both sides of the war because they were out there and gave them both walking orders because they were the world's bank to say, hey, if you want to continue killing people, I'm going to give you money, but I want you to find these 3 artifacts. Go! And I think that's a thing. So as we go back, I think that the idea of Israel trying to change influence of the world about who they really are and what they are really came from the Rothschilds because they're Jewish lineage. But see, I don't think Trump's family line actually follows that Jewish lineage. I think that they are the ones that are the troublemakers. I think they're the ones that are the clowns, the fun ones of the 13 families. And I think that that's what we're going to find out here is that, yes, the Raiders of the Lost Ark is real. Yes, the Ark of the Covenant is real. Yes, there is Nimrod's tomb. Yes, there was a Jesus. Yes, there was a Muhammad. Yes, there was a Buddha. But these were all teachers of their time, and these were all people that were putting things together and trying to get us to be more authentic. And I think that our globe, our world, our inability, our stupid little brains that go around and bang our heads into stupid things. And we've been going around and killing the people that were trying to save us, that were trying to get us closer to our Creator, our authenticity. And I think that there's more to this. Now, I have done this through on my own spiritual walk, through my own journey, through my own assumptions. Taking and putting things together, stringboarding things together, looking at the bigger picture of the why. Why do we do this? Why is this the thing? Why, right? Having that conversation. Now that I've been having that conversation and having been a youth pastor and a Awana director and a coach and all these other things and a national football champion, yeah, I am a rugby. Okay, I played rugby until I was 46, and I won the national championship when I was 45. That was almost 9 years ago. This May will be 9 years. Oh, no, this May will be 10 years. So it's been 9.5 years. This May will be 10 years since we won the national championship here in Wichita, Kansas. But all the things and all the experience and all the GATE programs and all the different things I've gone through and all the experiences I've had to face and all these things, all I'm doing, all I'm doing is taking my experiences, everything I can put together, put it in my little brain here, think about it. I mean, really, like honestly, putting like thought, genuine, like not having a thought, but literally problem solving this out. And I will tell you that all the things that we keep trying to not say are real, oh, that's a Jewish thing. Oh, that's a Buddha thing. Oh, that's a Christian thing. Oh, that's a Muslim thing. Oh, that's in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, that's in the Matrix. Oh, that's here. Guys, listen, it's all real. It's absolutely all real. And that's the sad part of it is I can't tell you that there are the soft, squishy parts of the Rainbow Bright and the what was those little My Little Ponies? I mean, everything. I mean, what a wonderful time to be alive when we had little toys that smelled like strawberries. Remember those little strawberry dolls and stuff, all that strawberry shortcake? How wonderful it would be to go back to watching He-Man and watching Superman and Aquaman and the Wonder Twins. To go back to the 70s and 80s when we thought that, Romper Room was really the best thing on earth. When things were simpler and easier. When they weren't innocent. But there was a group of people on our earth, and I say a group, and I will say that even with Trump, how he was able to avoid being in this, well, that's a thing that you'll have to ask him. But there's a lot of experiences and a lot of things I've seen in this whole thing, and I am amazed by how many people, I'm not amazed by how many people got caught up in it. That's not it. But I am kind of amazed that there are people that just, they didn't even think of the consequences. They didn't think that there would be a retribution. And my sad part of this is, let me point out something here to you guys. Let me do this for us. So we'll just do this while I'm here. I'm sure I can order through them. There's a link out there for it. So Brenda, look at that. There's a link right there. So let me do this. What was I going to ask? What was the question I was just going to ask? Oh. Does the United States have jurisdiction over Epstein's Island to be able to convict people for crimes done there? Ooh, that was a big dink. The U.S. lacks direct jurisdiction over Epstein's Island for convicting crimes committed there. It's part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, U.S. territory. But here's the problem. It's jurisdiction. It's whether we're able to. So the problem is we're all over here going, hey, man, how come you don't have a, you gotta, we may not have this. So yes, the United States has jurisdiction over St. John's Island, commonly known as Epstein Island, because it's located in the United States Virgin Islands. As an unincorporated territory of the United States, this means federal law applies, and the U.S. Department, so it does say it does. Okay, I was saying no for a second there. I'm sorry. United States Department of Justice does prosecute federal crimes committed there, such as sex trafficking, child exploitation, and related offenses. For example, U.S. Virgin Islands Attorney General pursued and settled a civil enforcement action against Epstein in 2022 for over $105 million related to crimes against alleged. So invoking territorial and federal jurisdiction. Additionally, Epstein was required to register as a sex offender in the USVI, further confirming U.S. oversight. Okay, so we did. So that we do have jurisdiction. So I'm thinking maybe that's why we weren't doing it. I was just asking a question like you guys were asking a question. So yeah, Edward, thank you for putting that out there. Edward, did you put the link out there for, I think you did Google, or what is that? So put it out for Piping Rock, for the iodine. So Lugol's iodine is PIPINGROCK.com. Go to pipingrock.com for your Lugol's iodine. It's the best place I have been able to find it. Oh, God. Sorry about that. I had to stretch a little bit. So anyway, I don't know, guys. I think that the Pam Bondi looking feckless, like she just doesn't have, like she's like, oh, I'm just an attorney general and I don't know. And we're just trying our god dangdest to be so god dang goodest that we just, oh, sorry. Oh, was that not the right file? I clicked on it. I thought I drug it over to the email. I think every bit of that was the play on this whole thing. Just like when Trump said, you guys are still wanting that Epstein thing? Remember that in the cabinet meeting about 6 months ago? Remember? And all of a sudden, all the groypers and all the tops and bottoms, all the furries, all the blue hairs, oh, that's right. Trump is in the Epstein files. That's why he won't release it. Get him out here, big fat boy. Your little peckers in a little boy or girl. We know it. Get him out here. But remember, they were last year going, Epstein Island? What does that matter? The only ways we want Epstein Island is because Trump's on there. We just know it. We know. Trump's a pedophile. Trump's a pedophile. All right, now what? We've gone through, guys, there's going to be another 2 or 3 releases, if I remember right. So are we just going to just look right past this? That there is still mountains and mountains of information coming out? See, the thing is that there was 2.5 million documents. 2.5 million documents released on Friday. So we'll see how it all comes out. We'll see. Hey, Marsha, and what's up? Good to see you. So, okay. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. So as we go through all this, I want us to really think about nobody is sacred. Nobody has a special out. Nobody gets a special... oh, they don't have to participate, or yeah, they're not. Listen, guys, we want this all to stop. Okay, as a child who faced this as a child, as a person, a human being, a man who faces as a child, I do see the necessity for this, for the clarity of this, to get this out. And I have to be willing or being able to say, okay, but I'm not going to. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't want to make things worse than they have to be. I just want to get to the facts of things, and I want it to be simple, and I want things to be. I just want it over. But I also want to get back to a point where, can we have a conversation about sex without it being bad? Can we get back to a point of having sex without it being dirty? Can we get back to a point of sex that's not some type of, because I am talking about sex, I'm some type of sexual deviant or freak? Can we get back to talking about men and women's roles? Is there a way that we can heal enough from whatever it is that you are being affected by this, or whether you should be affected? You really shouldn't be affected. You should be observant and action-driven. But really, I don't think it should affect you because you're not personally involved. Now, I have a personal story that is very similar, but I wasn't on Epstein's Island. What I'm trying to point out here is, guys, that there is a day after tomorrow. And what does that tomorrow look like? Are we just going to sit here for the rest of our lives, for the next 100 years of my life, sit here and recount all of this just over and over and over and over again? I got to sit there and just listen to Epstein shit for the next 90 years of my life? I'm going to 144, guys. It's my plan. Can't get rid of me. But yeah, I'm going to spend the next 90 years of my life bitching and moaning about Epstein, or am I going to talk about how we are pleasurable people? We have pleasure, we have pain, we have happiness, we have joy, we have sorrow, and to be able to express these without being manipulated, without them being overdone and drawn out, that's what I need to talk to you about, because that is the next phase. Because if you don't set up for whatever's after this Epstein thing, whatever happens to all these congressmen and all these legislators, or whatever you call them, all the judges, all the DAs, all the bullshit, when all that toilet flushes, what are you going to do next? If you don't have a next after that void, then something else will fill the void, and you better be ready for whatever that is, because it won't be your version. It won't be your version. Because you didn't put any effort into authoring it. You didn't put any effort into making it yours or making it real. You just thought it should be over. The Epstein Island stuff should be over, and there should be justice, and there should be people hanging from ropes. Whoa! Now, after the 3 minutes of the body twitching and finally going limp because it died, now what do you do with the rest of your life? Do you just live your life trauma bonding through the trials of Hillary Clinton, crying about how she ate the face off of a human child? Anthony Weiner's laptop. Can we circle back to that one yet? Can we go back to Anthony Weiner's laptop? Can we go back to Hunter Biden's laptop? Can we talk about those effing crimes? Please? No, we can't. We got to do this Epstein Island for the rest of my damn life? Or can we talk about the rebuilding? Can we talk about what we want? Can we talk about what we see and what we think is real? See, I'm looking around and I'm wondering, guys, are we just sitting here? Are we just consumers? Are we just the big fat pigs eating at the trough of slop of whatever it is they feed us? Or do we want something that's genuine and pure? Do we want to be the men that we should be, the women that we should be, not the pigs at the trough? Because remember, Goyim, you are a Goyim. And by the way, listen, I don't want to go down too much. I'm not going to do this. Listen, if you don't know what the word Goyim means, it means non-Jewish. It's not the chosen ones. The Jews are the only chosen ones according to the Jews. The Jews are the only Jews. Anybody else is just a Goyim. If you guys want your feelings hurt about Judaism and about Jewish people, then you might want to go read some of the Epstein Island Goyim emails. You can go to the Department of Justice /Epstein, and then you can search Goyim, and it will give you all the documents with Goyim in it, and you will be sorely disappointed at what the Israeli country, the government, the Mossad, the Israeli Jewish nation, that you guys want to tie those two together. So you guys are doing it, not me. you guys got to understand that there's going to be some ickiness coming out. And so are we going to be talking about the Jewish religion, or are we going to be talking about the Israel, the country? But I'm telling you, the Jewish religion's the one that keeps calling us goyim. Just like Muslims call us. See, the problem is we forget that these two religions really hate us as Christians, somebody who believes that Jesus was the answer. The Jews don't believe that. The Muslims don't believe that. They believe Jesus was a real person, but they don't believe in him as the Messiah. And then it depends on which Catholic version you want to talk about. Some Catholics have a hard time with Jesus too. Guys, I'm just telling you, I am amazed at how many different avenues of religion there can be. I guess there's like 32,000 religions on earth. 32,000. It's in the thousands. Now we can ask Gronk here real quick. Seeing as how I got this stupid little AI. And by the way, like I said, Gronk is nothing more than an advanced search engine. How many separate religions are there on planet Earth, including small divisions of and different secular or sects of religion? I love how it doesn't always put it in the right. Sect. I meant sect, and it put sex. I hate that. Anyway. Replace the word sex with sect. S-E-C-T. God dang, this thing doesn't even actually... This thing doesn't even... So anyway, we'll find out here in a second. It's going through its thinking process, but anyway, I had to restart it there. Anyway, guys, I really want you guys to slow things down, and that's why I really have pushed back on a lot of things with the religious stuff. I really don't. It is right in our face. Remember, in the Q in the quantum computer. Remember, I told you it was spit out by a quantum computer, and it is verified through the Epstein files. It was just listen, just this weekend. Q was from the quantum computer that is like 8 billion times better than anything we have on Earth combined. Yes, they have already built the quantum computer. Yes, they already have that. What that was the 2012 was about. So anyway. How do you get Gronk? Gronk is actually, you can go to the App Store and get it on there, but it's also the little circle with a half line through it on your Twitter app. On Twitter, you can go to the app, and it'll have that little circle at the bottom. And if I remember right, let me see if I can, if that's what it is, right? On X. Yeah, on X, if you go to that little circle in the very middle right here, it's got the circle with a little line kind of halfway through it. This right here, that's where you go, and you could click on that and go to Gronk on that. Now, that's the one I like to use. I'm not going to go to ChatGPT because that's Microsoft. I'm not going to go to some of the others because those are Palantir and all the other ones. So I'm trying to do my best. Did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself? Yeah, just show the results. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to Gronk here and let's see what it says here. Throughout history and across various cultures, certain religions, sects, or traditions have incorporated... Oh, that's not what I wanted, you fuck it. Excuse my language. I hate when it does this. Okay. Let's try this again. This is where I hate that it does this. It will... Now, this is why I think this is... It's all full of shit. These all AI stuff is because I can literally watch it performing exactly what it shouldn't do and give me the exact wrong definitions. I have watched it give me AMA, give me articles that are contradicted to AMA, contradicted to science. I have to go back and say, listen, do not use news articles. Use only scientific, peer-reviewed result, stuff. Anyway, so, building off the last question, please fix the question by using this question to define how many religions there are on earth. There we go. All right. Well, yeah, Brenda, she's saying God loves us all. The Messianic Jews believe that Jesus, who he says he's the Son of God, not there's a difference between religion and relationship with God. Absolutely. I have a friend that is Messianic. Oh, Brenda, and I believe that wholeheartedly. And I will tell you this. I think religions have screwed up our connection with God. I think that they keep us from being able to talk to God in the right way. I think they keep us from being able to be, authentic with ourselves. I think that they do a lot of public humiliation. I mean, in the Catholic Church, you got to go into a little closet and talk to the guy who you know is the preacher about all the things that you did this weekend while you were out drinking and whoring around or doing whoever or putting this in there and doing this, that, there. And I took this picture and she took that picture and he did this and we did that. Guys, listen. That's kind of weird, right? My personal relationship with my God doesn't mean I go tell my preacher what I was doing this weekend. It's none of their business. That's me and my God, my creator, right? Why do I have to go to somebody else? Why do I have to go to a building? Why do I have to be humiliated by going up to the altar and crying and confessing my sins up there? Why can't I just talk to my God? Why can't I find my creator inside of myself here, simply? Well, I can, but there's a lot of that gets missed around. Brenda says, I don't even like AI. Well, like I said, I think it's just an advanced search engine. I don't look at it as a true, oh, this is such a great tool. I can't wait to use more of it. Adherent to the four largest religions, Christianity, 2.4 billion, Islam, 1.8, Hinduism, 1.2, Buddhism, 500 million. I thought there'd be more Buddhism. Making up over 77% of the world's 8 billion people, leaving large religions and leaving smaller religion and unaffiliated groups from the rest. This estimate involves as new sects emerge or old ones merge. Sources like the census or survey, Pew Research. If you meant something specific by secular or by a particular focus, okay, let's do this. How many religions are there on earth today? God dang it. This thing is really just, I love how it doesn't pick up. It doesn't give me the, how many religions are on earth today. So I was doing, when I'm doing speak to text, that's why I don't understand. Like, I do speak to text on here, and it comes up with the most lambasted versions of things I've ever said. But then the AI is supposedly, over here doing the computer thing. And if the computer thinks that I'm saying what this thing thinks I'm saying, how do they ever know what we're really saying? If an AI bot or an AI or a voice command on here doesn't know what I'm really saying when I'm saying it like 1 inch from the microphone, but you guys are able to understand every single word that's coming out of my face. But yeah, I speak in the same way and sometimes slower so that the computer can catch up. But yet computers are so great, right? Or they keep giving us the dumbed down version because they don't want us to really have the real answers. All right, here it goes. It's challenging to pinpoint an exact number of religions in the world today due to varying definitions. The inclusion of sects and denominations and the blends of beliefs across cultures. However, estimates from reliable sources generally range from, wait for it, 4 to 10,000 distinct religions. The vast majority of global population, around 85%, identifies with just a handful of major religions. The remaining faiths encompass thousands of smaller and regional specific traditions, such as a indigenous spiritual practice, folk religions, and newer movements like, Baha'i and Sikhism and Jainism and Sintism and Zoroastrianism and many others. I don't know what a Zoroastrianism is, but it has a lot of letters in it. Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism, and many others. About 16% of the world's identifies as a non-religious or unaffiliated. I'd like to know what that means. Look it up. All right, here we go. According to the teachings of Zoroaster, the supreme god, there's a supreme god? Do we know this? A non-monolithic pre-Islamic religion of ancient Persian, founded by Zoroaster in the 6th century BC. One of which chose light, truth and light, the other untruth and darkness. Later writings present a more dualist cosmology in which the struggle is between Armazd and the evil spirit Ahiram. The scriptures of Zoroaster are the Zen-Ostas. Zend, Z-E-N-D dash or hyphen A-V-E-S-T-A. The religion survives today in isolated areas of Iran and India, where followers are known as Parsis. Well, shit. I learn new stuff every day. I did not know that there was a religion of the supreme god. All right. I did not know that. So, there we go. So, and that's why I think that AI, that's what when I use Gronk and stuff like that, I try to get it to pull up stuff. I try to give me research papers on certain specific topics, and it just cannot do it. I don't have access to the internet. You are the internet. You're on a phone connected to the internet, giving me the little donut of death, waiting for me to get the answer, and you're telling me that, come on. Well, anyway, guys, it looks like I have blown. Oh, yeah, thank you, Edward. It's 5 p.m., James. I did not realize that. I apologize, guys. I ran us way past today. I bet God knows every one of them. He knows every hair on your head. Oh, I get it, Brenda. Absolutely. Curly May says, I don't care what anyone is. I believe mine. You believe yours. Don't overstep on mine. Likewise, yours. Yeah. I get it. Guys, and this is where we've got to come together. We got to get closer to each other. We got to get tighter with each other. We've got to, by the way, I guess I'm going to start opening up the property for applications. We're going to start taking open applications. I am going to create a portal for people to go in. I'm going to write up the business plan for buying up parts or parcels of the property and then making this a business model going to other properties as well. This is a stepping stone for us to go. So, but anyway, so guys, we'll be doing that. Anyway, guys, listen, this whole thing where everybody's all fragmented and they all think they got this and I'm a that and you're a this and no, you're a that. Guys, let's slow it all down, okay? Remember, everybody is human beings, and no, we're not on stolen land. By the way, I meant to say today was privilege because people like Billie Eilish. And by the way, if you think Billie Eilish is hot, no. Billie Eilish looks weird like Wednesday from the Addams Family, and not the newer version, like the older version. She just really didn't. Anyway, I don't know what Billie Eilish is doing, but she told everybody last night that nobody is illegal on stolen land. I guess we're supposed to turn all this property back over to the Ouachita Indians here in Wichita, as well as everybody just needs to get off of America except for the Indians, and that's the feather, not dot. All the blacks, all the Asians, all the Mexicans, the Middle Easterners, the Russians, everybody needs to go the F home. And I'm going to go to Ireland, I guess, or Norway. I'll figure it out. Those are kind of my big countries. But I'm going to head back. Everybody, as of today, February 2nd, we're all going back home. So, because Billie Eilish said we're all on stolen land. She lives in a $20 million or $12 million gated house in the hills there in L.A., and her house is completely tree-aligned and has a 12-foot concrete fence all the way around with armed guards. So Billie Eilish told you guys are on stolen land, not her. Yeah, what do I know? All right, guys, well, I'm going to get out of here. It's good to see you. Guess I'll be going to Israel, says Brenda. Well, and Brenda, I think you were probably closer to Persia, which would make you more Iranian, which I think Iran used to be one of the most premier vacation places on earth before the Ayatollah took over. But, what do I know? Look back in the 60s and 70s. Look up photos of Iran from the 60s and 70s, and you'll wish you were there. It was a beautiful place. Baghdad was amazing to visit. Lots of culture, a lot of great things. Now we've turned it into a wasteland because people thought people should die. And it had nothing to do with oil. It had nothing to do with any of that stuff. All right, guys. Thank you so much for everything you guys are doing out there. I just keep going on. I apologize. I got to get out of here. So remember the 10% we do for our neighbor, community, city, county, state, the federal government. The more you do for them, the less they have to do for you. Learn how to be selfless and not so damn selfish. The world will be a far, far better place, right? Don't be selfish. Selfish sin nature, right? Get past all that. All right. And remember the 10%, or no, we got the 10%. Then we got to remember, hold the line, hold fast. Do not give up. Do not give in. We'll win. I promise. I make promises I can't keep, guys. You've always been the answer out there. Remember that Constitution always limits the government, never limits you. Understand your authority and what you are. Stand up to what you know is tyranny, and not the tyranny that the left is out there telling you, oh, ICE is tyranny. Shut the F up, guys. Get a definition out here. Let's do that. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Actually, my grandparents came from. All right, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. You guys all be good to each other out there.